Okay, so there we go. We're going to start constructing that. I'll go to top plane. Let's go to 2D at Z0. So I'm going to start with the rectangle. I'll go with the wireframe, and here comes my rectangle. And I'm going to start with an origin and drag that. So overall, if you look at here, my overall length is 4.5 here, and the diameter is 4 inches. So we're going to put half of that, which is going to be 2 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to width is minus 4.5. And there comes my height, which is 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2 inches. That's your height. And hit OK and hit OK. I'm going to change my colors to green. And my color system color, I'll go and make it green also. Okay. So now I'm going to start offsetting those lines. So let's go to your offset entities. And we're going to offset. The first one is, this is 3 inches. We're going to offset that half of that 1.5. Then we're going to offset this 2 inches. We're going to offset half of that 1 inch. This is 1.2 here. We're going to offset that 0.6. So first is going to be 1.5, 1 inch, and 0.6. So we're going to offset these lines right there. So there we go. So first one, we're going to offset 3 inches, which is going to be 1.5, half of that. That line we're going to offset there. Hit OK. The second one is 2 inches. We're going to offset half of that, which is 1 inch. Offset this 1 inch. And the third one was 1.2. We're going to offset that half of that 0.6. And there is 0.6 offset. Hit OK. So basically, I offset these lines here, 0.6, half of that, which is 1.2, half of that 0.6, 2 inches, half of that, which is 1 inch. I offset that line. And 3 inches, half of that 1.5, I offset this line here. 1, 2, 3, we offset 3 lines. Now let's offset this here, 750, 1 inch, 1 inch, and 750. Okay, so we're going to go first 1.750. That's going to offset this guy over here. Then we're going to offset 1 inch. And here we're going to offset this over 1 inch, but how many we need? We need 2 here. So we're going to offset 2 of those. And then we offset the last one, 0.750, but here we need only 1. So offset this 750 over here. There we are. And for a groove, we're going to offset this point 800 over here. If you look at your blueprint here, that's the groove right here, 800,000. So we're going to offset this geometry 800,000 right here. So go and put 0.800 and offset this guy over here, 800. And that is going to be my groove. There we are. So for groove, I'll go ahead and divide. I'm going to get rid of this, this, and this, and this, because that's where we're going to be my groove. And I'm going to get rid of this also. All right. And then we have, there is a chamfer right here. Right click, clear colors. So 1 second, I have a lot of light here. Okay. So let's go with the chamfer. And the chamfer is 150. That chamfer is right here and right there. And there's a chamfer here, also 150 chamfer right there. So we're going to make that too. All right, done with the chamfer. And there is a line we're going to join from there. Okay, here we go. We make the chamfer here. We make the chamfer here. Now we're going to join a line, this line. Let's draw this line from there to there, and then we're going to make a 600,000 fillet radius over here. So we're going to join this line right here, this line right there, from here to here. All right, let's do that. So create a line, and that's a freeform line. Starts from at 751. It starts from here, and it goes to there. There you go. And there is a radius 600,000. So we can go to fillet, put a radius 600,000. That radius is between this guy and this guy right there. Here we go. So basically we made this radius right here, 600,000 radius right there. Let's delete that. Lot of information, extra information is right here. So okay, so let's go ahead and clean up now. Go to divide command. We don't need this. We don't need this here. We don't need this one. And we can delete this whole thing. We don't need this guy. We don't need this. Okay, we can delete that. We can delete everything else. Okay, so pick that, pick this, and go and hit delete. And we can go ahead and divide, use divide, get rid of this, that, and that, and that completes our drawing. And that completes our drawing. That completes our drawing. So we did that. And now, again, like I mentioned last time, we don't need this line. We don't need this line either. So if you want, we can put it at a different level or you can delete it. That's not a problem. So if you look under my level here, I have level 1, I have 14 lines. So I can move these two, select those lines and right click and say, move this to level 2. If you want to use level 2 and just say construction line or something. If you want to keep it, you can keep it. Change to construction line, I'll go to level and I can hide those. There you go. Or you can delete them. It's totally up to you. Whenever you want to see it, you can just go and turn it back on. It's there. So it's your personal choice. What do you want to do? All right, so let's create a toolpath. Let's create a toolpath. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and select the machine type. And like I mentioned, when the machine type, right now, if you go here, you don't see any toolpath here on our main menu because we were in the design mode, Mastercam design. When you do design, you can design your gel. You're designing your part, you're drawing your part. That part could be a lathe, that part could be for mill or for router. But now I know that this part is for my lathe. So I'm going to pick up my machine type because we're going to generate the toolpath. So to generate the toolpath, this is my lathe. So I'm going to go to machine and select my lathe machine here. If it's a mill, you just go and select as a mill. So it's my lathe and select the default. And go to toolpath, and I'll just go ahead and pin this so I can see my toolpath all the time. All right, so under files, you don't need to do anything. Tool settings, put a program number here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any 4 numbers, assign tool numbers sequentially. Check that. And that's pretty much it. So stock setup, you can click stock setup here, or you can just go and click stock setup here. It's the same thing. Files, tool settings, stock setup, files, tool settings, stock setup. So all these 3 informations are right here. So you can you can select from here. It will open up the same page. Files, tool settings, stock setup. Okay, like we always do, let's go and establish our stock. Go to properties. I'll go and make from 2 points, or you can just insert, just looking at your blueprint, you can insert the OD diameter 4 inches and length, whatever is 4.5, or you can say make from 2 points. Select the defined cylinder, that's 0.1, this is 0.2. And that will give you the exact size of the part. But I need to fill up my margin, use margins, how much extra material I have. So on our OD, let's say I have 200,000, 250, whatever you have extra stock. On the right margin, let's say I have 200,000 on the face. And on the left margin, let's say I have 1 inch. Half an inch I'm going to hold on to on my jaws, and half an inch I have excess material for my clearance. And under preview lathe boundary, you can see it. That's good. So I have 200,000 on the X diameter, then I have 200,000 on the face. I'm going to hold on to half an inch. I have a half an inch clearance because this total is 1 inch. Press enter. Hit this OK. And chuck jaws, I'll just go establish my chuck jaws. What happened here in my jaws? Okay, something is not right. Okay, my master cam is going to crash. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it won't do anything. Can you guys see my screen? You still see my screen, right? Okay.
Yeah, we can still see it.
Okay. Yeah, so my master cam is not working. I'll go here and I'm going to pause the recording, guys. Thank you. All right, let's go back. Okay, so yeah, that's where we had left, and we picked up from the same spot for the toolpath. So we're going to go with the face, and I'm going to use my facing tool, which is going to be your 80-degree right hand. That's your facing tool. And go to face parameters. And under face parameter, I can go entry amount 100,000, rough step over. You can go 50,000, you can go 25,000, you can go 35,000, doesn't matter. And number of finished parts is 1. We're going to leave 10,000 for finish. And we are good. Let's go and check your lead in and lead out. That's your lead in coming straight in. We can go lead in like this also. It can go like that, straight at 180 degrees. And then lead out, I'll go like this, or I can go straight out that. So it's going to go lead in, cut, lead out. That's good. Or if you want to go top, lead in, that's fine too. I can go lead in just like this. So it's going to come straight like this. And it's going to lead out at 0 degrees. So both are fine. There you go. Hit OK. And that will face it off. And look at this. Here we are facing it off to the face. There's no material left over here. So when we're going to turn this outside, rough and finish, we're going to pick this chain, start from here and there and there. Do not select this line because there's no material left over. The only time we select this chain if we have a material left over here. In that case, if you go to lathe face parameter, you say start to leave, and then you can use that. Let's say if I'm going to leave 10,000 here material. And now there is 10,000 material left over here. So in that case, if you see there's a 10,000 material, if you, in that case, then when we're going to turn this, we're going to select this entity, this entity, this entity, all these entities. Then the tool will do that. So either or, it's your personal choice. But if you have 100%, you have cleaned up and you don't leave any material, then we are good. All right. Okay. And I'll go ahead and save it again. Just hit save. So we don't have to go through the same problem again. Okay. So once you're done with toolpath, guys, you see the toolpath over here. I would like to hide this because if it's there, it's not good to do that, the toolpath. So I'll just click on that and say toggle display. It will hide it. You click on that again, it's back. So make sure you hide it so we can work on the next toolpath. Okay, so here I'm going to do my OD rough now. I'm going to do my OD rough. So here comes my toolpath, turning, and rough toolpath. Okay, select the chain. Now I'm not selecting this here because it's already faced my part. So if I'm going to select this, then the finish and rough tool is going to go ahead and cut this again, and it will scratch it. It will make your finish even worse. So this is already clean. So we're going to start partial from here. And it says last entity. This is my last entity. And hit OK. And hit OK again. In the comment, you can put anything you want. You don't have to. So there comes my OD rough toolpath. 80 degrees rough. We use 50 degrees for finish, 55 degree. And then we can also use 35 degree for finish, but 35 degree we use for if you're cutting really hard material like steel. So let's use your rough toolpath. Rough parameters, here we go. So we're going to go equal steps and depth of cut. We can go 100,000 each time. You want to go 50,000 each time. It all depends. And lead in and lead out. We're going to go entry amount. You can 100,000 away from that. That's good. Exit amount. If you want exit here, you want to go. What does that mean? That how far is going to exit from your geometry? That's what it is. So you can control that exit amount here. I can put 200,000 here. Or you can control that in lead in and lead out, guys. When you say lead in, means lead in is how it's going to lead into the part. That's what it is, lead in. Right now, it's going at 180 degrees. It's going to go 100 from here, 180. That's fine. And lead out here, it's going to all go lead out means when it's going to lead exit out of the part. So I'll go 90 degrees. So lead in, lead out, and I'll hit OK that. And under plunge, now look at under plunge. This option is that if there is a groove, the tool is not going to go into the groove and it's going to go straight. If you're going to pick this option, now your tool is going to plunge into that groove, which is, let me show you. I'm going to move this part away right there. If you go and say plunge, if you pick this as a plunge, then your tool is going to go try to dig into this groove here to take out some material, which is right here in this case. If you go say, no, don't plunge that, then your tool is going to go straight from here like this, and it's going to leave all the material here for the grooving tool. So let's try that and hit OK. And then I'll go ahead and say OK. Here we go. Look at that. What happened? It gives you a tool is going to collide. It's a tool collision with the stock. Because when your tool is going to plunge into that groove, the back of the tool is going to hit the stock right here. That's what it gives you a warning. So I'll just go ahead and cancel that. Do you wish to keep this operation? No. For making toolpath, okay, error making toolpath, that's fine. So I'll go ahead and say rough again. And this time I'm going to pick my partial from there to here and hit end chain, hit OK. I picked the OD rough toolpath tool. And here, my plunge parameters, I'm going to go pick this one this time, not this one. This guy right there. I want to go straight, not plunging to the groove. Hit OK. And then at lead in, lead out, I go lead in, lead out, straight out. That's good. And here I want to extend to 200 or 250, doesn't matter. Lead out, which is going to be over here. And hit OK. So look at this. Now your tool is going to go and just, it's going to skip that area. It's going to go, it will not plunge. It will go straight here, rough it out and rough it out. And this is the amount of the stock we are leaving. If you look at here on the Z10,000, and this is the amount we are leaving here on the X10,000. If you look at here, we put that stock to leave on X10,000 on Z10,000 for our finished tool. And if you're going to go ahead and backplot that, and there you go. Oh, it's cutting right here. So we have to change that disable stock recognition. No, we want to use stock for outer boundary. So we want this stock to be outer boundary. So it's going to cut right here, 50,000 each pass. That's better. So here, there's a couple different ways when you go into extend. I extend that in, lead out. This 250,000 right here. if you look under parameters, I put under lead out, I put 250,000. I extend the tool, the contour, I extend that. If I will uncheck that, then it's going to stop right there at the geometry. Look at that. But I want to go further out. Now, so in that case, I go under lead out and I'll say I want to extend that contour. You can extend, you can shorten that also. You want smaller or you want to go more. So I want to extend that 250. So that will go 250 extra. Look at that. It moved 250 away from that contour. So it cut more. And that's so you can do that, or under lead out, or you can say add a line. So you can add a line, and that line you can control, not just a straight line. You can say define that line. The length is going to be 200 or 250, doesn't matter. And you want to define that. It's ask you select start of line. I want to start from here, but I want to go something like this. At an angle, I want to go at an angle, something like that. There we go. And that will create the length and the angle by itself, and hit OK, hit OK, and hit OK. Now look at this. That tool is going to follow that, and it can give you that little, it will follow the line, the line we created. So there is an option. There is an option for that if you want to do that. So, or I mean, I personally like this, just go and lead in, lead out. I don't want to lead out and add a line. I'll just go and extend that, and I want to go straight. That's what I want. In this case, it's going to just go straight 250,000, and it's going to clear that. So my parting tool can come, and it's can come at start cutting part off this at this point right there. All right. So let's go ahead and backplot that. There you go, rough, rough, rough. Perfect. So I can go and verify this. I can select that. And let's see how that looks. Face it off. And rough. Good. And I'm going to save it. Before we forget to save, make sure you click on save. It will resave that drawing. Right click on the top view. And I'm going to click and hide the toolpath. There we go. Now let's go ahead and finish it. So there comes my finish. And I can pick the last entity. Just select this option right here, last. There we are. Last point. End of the chain, hit OK. And I can use, there is my 55-degree right-hand tool. Finish parameter, finish step over, just one stock. I don't want to leave anything. And it will just go one finish pass. Lead in, lead out, same thing again. Lead in, going straight in, lead out. I will go right up like that. To do that, guys, so it's going to go clear the part, and it's going to face this off. If you're going to go at 90 degree, then it's going to go from here. I'm sorry, not 90 degree, 45 degree. Then it's going to come to 200. It's going to go 45 degree like that. So I want to go straight out like that. So I'm not going to leave any material here for another. Usually, if you're going to leave, like say 5,000 here on X and Z, it will leave 5,000 there material for you, or 2,000, doesn't matter. And you can do another finish pass after that. That's usually, look at this, I'm going to run that too. And it is going to leave another 5,000 material here. So we usually do that. Guys, this is just an illusion. Don't think that your tool is cutting under this line. No, no, it's just an illusion. If you go ahead and go back and look at that, the tool path, the tool is going at this gray line right here. Look at that. But don't get confused with this line that's cutting below that. No, 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 no. It's not like that. It's not like that. The tool is cutting right on the edge. If you see here, look at that. It's cutting right on the geometry, and it's leaving about 2,500 here. So this blue line, don't think that your tool is cutting under that green line, under the profile of the part. No, it's just cutting right on the edge. And we're still leaving here. In this case, we usually do that if you're cutting some hard metal, then you leave some more material and you want to do another finish pass. Or let's say here on the lathe rough, we left start to leave, let's say we left here 50,000 material. And on the Z, we left about 25,000 material. Here. So here we are leaving 50,000 on X and 25,000 on that. So in that case, this guy over here, we can say, hey, I want to do 2 finish passes. And I don't want to leave anything. So it will cut one rough, one finish, and another finish. That's what you can do it. If you're leaving some more material right there, that's during your rough. Look at that. It's going to go one pass here, take out some more material, and then go ahead and finish it. We can do that also. Only if you're leaving a lot of material here during your rough pass, which I left 50,000 in this case. So you can do that also. But I'm going to just go one finish pass, leave 10,000 on X and 10,000 on my Z. And then I'll go to my finish here, and I want to say I need only one finish pass. There we go. And here I want to extend that because look at the finish pass stops right here. So I want to go another 200,000 on the lead out on finish pass 2. So go to lathe finish parameters, go to lead out. And under lead out, you're going to extend that also another 250. That's what we did in the rough. There you go. It's going to go another 250 and it's going to finish it. All right. And that takes care of that. So we can just go ahead and select all the tool path, and we can go and verify it. And we can stop at operation change. So here under stop condition, guys, I pick that operation change. If you don't select that and you go ahead and run this, it will run the entire tool path, face, rough, and finish. Look at that, face, and it's rough, and that finish. So it will run the entire tool path. But on the stop condition, you say, hey, I want to stop when the operation change, means when the tool change or operation change, I want to stop, and then you can see, and then you can play it again. So that's what that means under stop condition. So just say the tool change, when the tool change, I want to stop. That's stop condition. So here, and this is only for just for simulation purposes, not for your real running process. So I'll just go ahead and run it. And then if you want tool change also, verify. And I want to color change for the tool, turn that on also, and just run it. So it's going to run and stop here. Look at this. The simulation has been paused due to the falling stop condition. And that's our stop condition. We put it right here. That makes sure you stop when tool changes. And you hit play again. You look at it, you think everything looks good, and look at and say play again. Now it's going to do with a different color. So now you can tell you have a two different tool with a different color. Because we say here under view, we said verify, make sure your color loop has changed. You turn this off, it will show the same color yellow for all the tools. I'll say color loop on, so then it will show you different colors for the different tool. Turn this on. So here is your tool, different color number one, blue is your already finished, and tool number 3 is going to be different, so that color is going to be different color. Here, that comes in different colors. So that tells you your tool color change. All right, so we've done that. And let's go ahead and close that. And we do the right click, go to the top. I can go ahead and minimize those. Click on that minus sign, minimize, minimize. Okay, there comes my groove. So I'll go ahead and say groove. We talked about 2 points the other day. 3 lines is all 1 and 2. These 2 lines has to exact same 3 lines. Or if this is uneven to groove like this, then we're going to select as a chain. So select a chain, hit OK. Chain, I'm going to go partial. Don't select this chain, then it's going to select this whole thing here. That's not good. Unselect that. Always go partial. I want to go from here. Last entity. That's my last entity. Hit end chain. Hit OK. And the width of groove here is, the width groove is 750. So I can use 250 grooves. Yeah, you can use this option. Here's pretty clear, and I can also use 250. This guy also doesn't matter. All right, groove shape parameters is 90 degrees going down. That's good. And groove rough parameters here again, bidirectional is going to start in the middle. You can go positive, start from this side, go rough and cut this direction, that's positive, or go negative, it's going to start from this direction, go to the left. So we usually go bidirectional, start from the middle cut, and then rough and finish. Start to leave for finish 5,000 on X and 5,000 on Z. So it's going to leave here 5,000, 5,000. And here, if you want to peck or multiple plunge, you can do multiple plunge. And on multiple plunge, you can control that. How much you want to cut maximum, minimum width, percentage of the tool. Or you can go ahead and say, I want to go peck. There you can control the depth of each time, how much you want to go. You want to go 50,000 deep each time, that's fine. Or you can go total number of passes you want to do. So you have both options right here. Dolb at the end, you say none, or you say all. The all peck you want to dolb or you just want to dwell the last peg. That's where we do dwell on the last peg only. 1 second. The reason we do the dwell means on the last pass, when it's going to finish it, it's going to stop for 1 second, or you can say 2 seconds, to give a nice smooth finish on this diameter. That's where we use dwell. So let's try that. Hit OK. And peg groove, we are good. Then finish here. So under finish, we can go counterclockwise, cutting from this side, finish and finish, or we can go clockwise. It's totally up to you, doesn't matter. Overlap is okay. And lead in, lead out. This is lead, first pass lead in coming at an angle, second pass lead coming at an angle. That's good, 45 degrees. Hit OK. And hit OK right there. And we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and backplot that. There you go. Bidirectional is going to start in the middle, rough, 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 and come then finish. There you go. This is your pack. The first time you see that blue, 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 that was your pack. There you go. It's going to go finish. And it's going to go finish out right there. All right. Okay. So I can just go ahead and select all of them. And run it. Okay. Second rough. And your finish. And there comes your groove. There you go. That finishes your groove right there. So look at the color changes. All different colors shows different tools. That's what it is. So, and that is under your verify. If you turn that off, color loop, it's going to be just one color, which is going to be your yellow color. Okay, so now we're going to cut it off right here. Parting tool. Right click, go to your top view. And I can go ahead and toggle all the operations, turn it off, and we're going to cut it off right here. So there comes your cutoff. Select cutoff boundary point. I will cut off right there. And I can use this tool also, 250 as your cutoff tool, guys. That's fine. And entry amount 100,000 above that. That's good. Increment 100,000 is going to go each time. And lead in, lead out. I'll just go straight in and straight out. Lead in coming straight in, lead out going straight out. That's perfect. 90 degree. Yep. And there it is. Okay, so here, watch here, guys. This is tool is short here. So it's going to crash and it will show that how you see that angle here. Look at it. This is not long enough. This, watch it. See, it's coming down. It's going to crash right here. Look at that. And you can see that when we're going to verify it. Watch here. I'll go into verify. I'll turn my colors on. Here, there. Okay. Make sure you check that because I'm losing my finished part. It's dropping off. So I'll go and say under cutoff, under parameters, stock update. You say keep both pieces. It says keep pieces in an active chuck. That's all it shows here. What's the remaining stock we have left, and we don't see the finished part. So you say keep both pieces. If you say keep separate pieces, you're going to see only this guy, not this one. So I want to see keep both pieces. Turn this on. Okay, now we can see that part. See that? How it's cutting this over here? Look at that. That is not good. That is not good. If you go and select that all and verify that, look at that. That's not good. So what we have to do, the problem is with the tool. So go to parameters and this is the tool we are using, I think. Yeah. So click on the tool and the tool, this E length is not long enough. E is only 1/2 inch. Look at that. And my part is it's a 4 inches, so that's 2 inches from here to here, and we have only 1/2 inch. So I'll go and put 2.5 here. E. This is my E. I changed to 2.5. This is your insert. C is your corner radius of the insert, which is 10,000. D is the width of the insert, which is 250. That's good. B is your height of the insert, or you can say length of the insert, which is 250. So E is from there to there. I put 2.5. Okay, let's do that. And I can run that too now and just see how that works. Okay, it did change the whole thing, but we have to move this out. That's not good. That is going to be our groove insert. Where is my holder? Okay, okay, okay. That insert, I will just leave that as is. I'm not going to change that. That is, and I have to change my here. It should not be there. That's not wrong. Cancel. Holder right there. So that is your this guy C.
Hey, Professor, one question. Are we going to like have to cut it off on our toolpath?
Yes, 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 yes.
All right.
Yes, sir. So here under holders, this is my C right here. So I'm going to extend that C. So this is only 1 inch. I'm going to go to 2.5. Hit okay. What happened? Changing the tool will update your operation. Continue. Yes, sir. And there it should be okay. Look at this, how we extend that, our tool holder. So this thing, does this thing matters over here? No. Because when we're going to set up our machine, we're going to pick up the tool. That's the first thing you're going to measure, guys, manually, that my diameter is 4 inches, which is going to be minimum 2 inches radius. So this has to be more than 2 inches. This is something you check physically before you do the setup. But here to look, everything looks good. Yes, we can just go ahead and backplot it. Look at this. That should be good now. Okay, this is long enough. Now it's not going to hit over here. That's good. Perfect. So now if I'm going to run all my tools, I can go play. Okay, this is still showing you that, but this, okay, it's just a glitch in the master. It should not. If I'll go ahead and run just this tool here, lathe cutoff. There you go. Look at that. That tool is just fine. It still shows an illusion right there. There's a glitches on Mastercam, but it's cutting perfect. Look at that. It's not. Here you go. That's perfect. See, it's going to come straight out. There you go. But if I'm going to just go ahead and select all and go verify it and run all the tool. Okay, look at this. That's another glitch. See that? So that is okay. And it still shows right here. So that's a glitch, guys. Don't worry about it. It's just fine. All right. Okay, OD rough. Finish, groove, and parting tool. There we go. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and pause that recording. Thank you. Okay, so once you draw this, so I can go ahead and check that angle. Go to Smart Dimensions. Excuse me. So under Smart Dimensions, if you check this angle from here to here, this is 59 degrees, which is okay. But if you check this angle between this and this here, that is not 159, it's 158.46. Look at the blueprint over here. It shows 159. This is 59. So we follow 59, which is okay. But is this 159? No, this is not 159. So don't worry about this angle, guys. It's 158.46. That's fine. It cannot be 159. If you're gonna make this 159, this is not going to be 59 degrees. Then this is going to be less than that. So you got to keep that in mind. Just follow this here. do this 59°, don't worry about this angle. Don't worry about this angle. Okay. And there's a groove right here. And this is something I want you guys to try that. Do this groove, 150,000 groove, this guy right there. See this groove right there? This here, I want you guys to do that. So we're going to talk about this toolpath. Once we're going to meet next week, guys, we're going to talk about this toolpath on this part. So we're going to go with center drill, and we're going to cut that groove at an angle. So to cut a groove at an angle, you have to have an angle tool set it up on the machine at that angle, and then you can cut that. This is something we're going to go in our next class. Once we're going to meet Monday on campus, we're going to go toolpath. But in the meantime, I want you guys to make sure you draw this project. This one here, you don't have to draw this, guys. We know that when we're going to drill this, we're going to drill this right on the origin, right on the center, and the depth of the drill is going to be 1 inch, and the size of the drill is going to be 1 inch. So we're going to center drill first, then we're going to drill it. If you want to bore it, we can also bore it. But here we're going to do center drill, and on the other part, we are going to bore that. And I think post you project number 5 also, right, guys? You guys have this one I posted on Canvas, right?
Yes.
So I want you guys to have drawn this also. Make sure you draw the geometry of this. So this is the this is two projects we're going to go next week, Monday on campus, when we're going to meet in person. So this is here, we're going to talk about OD rough, OD finish. Then we're going to go ahead and drill this part, and we're going to bore this part. We're going to talk about a new toolpath, boring inside. Bore that. So make sure you guys draw number 4 and number 5. Have that ready, because I'm not going to draw this on this project and this project in the class. So you guys should be able to do it now. So make sure you have drawn project 4 and project 5.
Are we also gonna do the toolpath? Sorry, sir.
No. I'll go over the toolpath.
Oh, just the.
Just the drawing.
Just the drawing. Okay.
Just the drawing. No, I'll go over the toolpath on this. No. You guys have the geometry drawn only. I'll go over the toolpath when we're going to meet on campus on 26th.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it. I'm going to stop the recording.